Welcome to this week's Security Report. I'm Paul McAdam. Thanks for joining us. On Friday, December 20, 2019, ranks of the Guyana Police Force's Special Constabulary witnessed their first ever Christmas light-up at the headquarters on Princess Street in Georgetown. The officer in charge, Special Constabulary Special Superintendent Owen Trotz, wished the ranks all the best for the season and New Year. He also urged ranks to be safe on the roadways and implored them to have a designated driver if they decided to imbibe. The program, chaired by the recent runner-up queen of the Special Constabulary Headquarters, Constable Janice Chingori, was also graced with the presence of Reverend Jean Roberts, who offered a word of prayer. Reverend Roberts is also a rural constable and a counselor attached to the said constabulary. The Regional Commander for Police Division No. 7, Kuni Mazaruni, Senior Superintendent Lyndon Lord, and the team brought smiles to the faces of 350 children in Region 7 on December 22 and 23 at Itabali, Baidarabo, and Agatash, respectively. The children were recipients of various gifts ranging from books, toys, backpacks, board games, and other gaming accessories donated by business owners within the communities. Commander Lord explained that it is customary during the festive season for the police and the business community to collaborate to distribute gift items with the aim of spreading joy to children, especially those who are less fortunate. This, he noted, is also a juvenile crime prevention strategy. On Christmas Eve, Woman Lance Corporal Melissa Lowe, stationed in the Regional Police Division 4A, Agricola Cummings Lodge, got the best gift for Christmas one could think about when she gave birth to a bouncing baby girl at the Balwin Singh Hospital. On Christmas Day, Sergeant Junior Griffith, Sergeant Osmond Wilson, and other ranks from the Rambelt Police Station visited Corporal Lowe and her baby at the hospital, where they presented them with gifts and wished them well for the season and onwards. The entire police force and others congratulate Woman Lance Corporal Melissa Lowe on this joyous and wonderful occasion. The Guyana Police Force, through its Welfare Department, distributed hampers to the families of 2 deceased members and 1 recovering serving member. Colleen Duke, the mother of the late Constable 22332 Carl Roach, was the recipient of the first hamper. Constable Roach was stationed at the Big Dam Police Station and died on November 25 in a road accident. The family of the late Corporal 11907 Chakumba Scipio received their Christmas hamper also. The corporal died on December 14 last year after falling into the Berbice River. He was stationed at the Central Police Station in New Amsterdam, Berbice. And the welfare officer, Deputy Superintendent Joel Sullivan, and ranks from the Welfare Department also visited the home of Assistant Superintendent Beverly Wilson, who was recovering from an illness. She was also presented with a hamper. The force began the year with the traditional promotions list. Commissioner James urged ranks to never retreat from challenging themselves. He urged that ranks continue to earn the public's trust and respect through exemplary conduct and professionalism. Noting that the force continues to evolve since its launch in 1839, the top cop said that the first year of its strategic management plan has been completed, coordinated by a police reform change board. Operations Safe Roads continues and crime strategies with temporal and spatial analysis have been implemented, he said, even though there was an 8% increase in road traffic deaths and a decrease in serious crimes. More than 700 ranks were promoted. On January 1, motorcar PNN 7976, driven by 22-year-old Siram Ramdat, collided with a utility pole, injuring himself and 2 passengers. Driving over the Blackwater Creek Bridge, Ramdat lost control of the car, which turned turtle and careened about 200 feet away before crashing into the utility pole and halting on a residence bridge. The 2 occupants, 32-year-old Karen Phillips and 45-year-old Ramnand Kishwar, are hospitalized at the Skeldon Hospital. The driver, who initially fled the scene, was later taken into custody. And the police arrested Curly Guppy on December 31 after he damaged his wife's Providence East Bank Demerara property and her car. Guppy damaged the property after an altercation with his wife, but prompt action by the regional commander, Senior Superintendent Curly Simon, resulted in his arrest. And the police headquarters are reporting that 22-year-old Lloyd Gary of Back Circle, East Renvelt, Georgetown, was allegedly robbed of a gold chain valued at $1,000, 2 Samsung cell phones valued at $159,000 by 2 men, one who was armed with a gun. The robbery occurred at about 21:45 hours on Tuesday at the East Penitence Bridge. Meanwhile, early Wednesday, 21-year-old Joshua Sugdeo, a police rank stationed at the Tactical Services Unit, was also robbed of a Samsung cell phone valued at $65,000 and $1,200 in cash. Sugdeo of Bell West, West Bank, Demerara, was walking along Linden and America Streets in Georgetown at about 6:05 hours when he was confronted by two males, one armed with a knife. After committing the act, the suspects escaped on foot. They're being sought by the police. And 26-year-old minor Alexander Britton of Bagosong, East Bank, Demerara, is in a critical condition at the Georgetown Public Hospital after he received several gunshot injuries to the left arm, thigh, and buttocks. The shooting occurred at about 300 hours Wednesday at Cooper Street, Old Boys Town. According to reports, Britton was standing on the western pavement of Cooper Street when an unidentifiable male came from the southern side of the said street and discharged several rounds at him, then escaped on foot. 17 9mm spent shells were recovered. Investigations are ongoing. And Donald Mutu of Bissoon Street, South Better Hope, East Coast, Demerara, died after he crashed his motorcycle CH7540 whilst negotiating a right turn, colliding with the median Wednesday at about 1:50 hours on the Montrose Public Road on the east coast of Demerara. Mutu, a 60-year-old painter, sustained severe injuries about his body as he severed his legs. The force is investigating the accident. And on Friday, January 3, at about 10:45 hours, whilst the Director of Prisons, acting Gladwin Samuels, and other ranks were interacting with prisoners in the security block of the Georgetown prisons, it was observed that several bars of a cell had been cut and secured with a cloth. The heads of the joint services were alerted, and the immediate search operation revealed that the bars of another cell had also been cut. Hacksaw blades were discovered during the search that are said to be the items used to cut the bars. Safari Alexander, an escapee from the July 9, 2017 prison break, and Ryan Jones, who is serving a 28-year sentence for manslaughter, are reported to be the main players in the escape plan. Systems are in place for these persons to be secured at another location. The police, with assistance of prison officers from the Georgetown prisons, will be conducting a full investigation into the matter to determine, among other issues, how the prisoners got possession of the hacksaw blades and why the sawed bars were not discovered earlier. Now for some highlights from the Guyana Defense Force. 11 reserve officers successfully completed the Reserve Officer Junior Command and Staff Course number 7. The Reserve Officer course enables them to perform the duties of sub-unit commanders and unit staff officers. The course extended to over 6 months as training was conducted mainly on weekends and on selected weekdays. Lieutenant Dr. Sean Legal graduated best student, while Lieutenant Engineer Patrice Jacobs was runner-up. Lieutenant Hubert Collins, a teacher, received the prize for the best service paper. And 818 ranks of the Guyana Defense Force have been promoted with effect from January 1 this year. Of these, 25 are officers from the regular force and 10 are reserve officers. The remaining promotions are for the other ranks. Heading the list of promotions is 99358 Lieutenant Colonel Rod Jerick. He's been promoted to Colonel. The promotions are in accordance with Part 3, Section 16 of the Defense Act 15, Chapter 1 of 1977 by His Excellency, President and Commander-in-Chief David Granger, and they were announced by the Chief of Staff, Brigadier Patrick West. On this week's wanted list, 43-year-old Handel Mervyn Lynch is wanted by the police for questioning in relation to obtaining by false pretense committed on Rajkumar Sinarayan and Diane Budram. The last known address given as Lot 4096 Well Road, North Rhineveld, and Lot 209 Prashad Nagar, Georgetown. Also wanted is 50 years old Gopal Tawari, aka Umkar. He's wanted by the police for questioning in relation to obtaining by false pretense committed on Gobardan Kolal, Narish Lachman, Narish Chitram, Dinesh Ramsamy, Ethan Gladstone, Salmon Bollers, and Wendell Harry. His last known address is given as Lot 732nd Street, Craig Village, on the east bank of Demerara. And finally, last but not least, also wanted is 26-year-old Terence Pitt, also known as Sonoboy Shots. He's wanted by the police in relation to questioning for the murder committed on Dal Brady on the 5th of October at North Rhineveld in Georgetown. His last known address given is Beefield Sophia or 3rd Street, Temeri, on the east bank of Demerara. Now, anyone with information that may lead to the arrest of the suspects is asked to contact the police on telephone numbers 333-5564, 333-2151, 333-2152, 226-6978, 2258-196, 226-2870-911 or their nearest police station. Remember, all information received will be treated with the strictest confidence. And that's it for this week's Security Report. Have a great 2020. Goodbye now.